Come on down, kids. It's time. We're going to ascend. It's time. You guys ready? I know you are. Well, one of you is here. Two of you is here. Okay, good. Good. You guys are ready to ascend. We're going to answer all of your Ascension questions. And some of you may turn into a beam of light. You never know. It's going to get hot. Because I tell you, I'll explain how it works. I think I finally figured it out. We might even do a little meditation together. Wouldn't that be neat? All right, where are you checking in from? I don't normally do a live at 5:41, but the boy took the e-bike with his scooter on it to the skate park. Nellie's vibing out here. And I'm not going to do a live later, so I figured I'd jump on for a little while. Happy to answer any questions in the meantime. And then we're going to ascend together. Half off today, actually, in case you're wondering. Where are you in the world? What time is it? What's the weather like? Right now it's 5:42 in Encinitas, which is like San Diego kind of vibe, California. And the weather is absolutely phenomenal. It's like 75 degrees outside. Your brain is vibrating. That's good. That means you're ascending. Do you have symptoms of ascension? Brain vibrations. Oh, thank you for the rose. Thank you for the roses. Dang. Getting fancy in this bitch. 7:42 in Missouri. Weather is cold and rainy. Ooh. I don't know what to do with that. I mean, I kind of like it when it rains because it only rains every now and then. So it's like, hooray, we're not going to die. Who sent you on this planet? I don't know, really, honestly. I just sort of showed up. Birthday boy, is it me? Are you the birthday boy? It's not my birthday. I had a birthday already. What's up, everyone? The UK's up in the house. Wait, what time is it in the UK right now? Isn't it like the middle of the night? What are you doing? What's going on here? Tell me all about it. Man, I got one client in the UK, and I was following him on TikTok, and he was making some videos, and it looked pretty nice. He was cruising around, looked like good weather. Honestly, your whole speech on spirituality and dogmas was what I needed to hear, right? God, drives me fucking nuts. Nuts. Because as much as I love spirituality, right? Seattle, sunny and 54. Bam. Feeling better. What's up, peace, love, and hippie? Yeah, the whole spirituality thing. Like, I love spirituality stuff, right? I love it. I meditate. I mean, I got this bowl here. Look how spiritual it is. It's a moon bowl. See that? Some little child in Vietnam carved that in there. Reveal your true identity. I've been told... Hold on. You want to see how spiritual I am? I was told... I've been told by different very spiritual people, hippies, they wear some real spiritual stuff here in Encinitas. I've been told that I was Lumerian, but I think I was told I was something else too. But somebody gave me this Lumerian crystal one time. My crystal sniffing friend Ashley, who's just a wonderful person. And then my friend Peter, who went by Chandler Guion and then changed it to some other super spiritual, actually has literally changed his Instagram to highly spiritual man, and I can't hate it. But he told me that these ridges in this Lumerian crystal here, you see them? You see the little ridges? If I rub these with my fingernail in meditation, I tried it. Meditate with it and rub it. There's code in here that my past self left for me. And I can download information from this crystal. Now, I tried it and never got anything out of it, really. You know, I never... And I really gave it a go. I'm into it. I'll try things, but nothing came from. I didn't get any fucking downloads. I mean, I get downloads all the time. Like there's just, if you stay in that, like nice open flow state, and you're not demanding everything to be, just like a feeling comes up, and then you just make words based on the feeling, and then the energy of it comes out, right? I mean, what's a vibration of a vocal cord but energy, sound waves? Okay. Welcome home. Do you have any tips for dealing with the depersonalization and derealization? Are you talking from like psychedelic situation? If it's from like psychedelic situation, from like depersonalization or HPPD, something like that, just roll with it, No, anxiety induced. Okay. But if it's anxiety always comes from future thinking. What will happen? Now, anxiety can be caused from something in the past, some event that happened, right? You get some trauma, some bullshit goes on, and you have this subconscious memory in your body that something is going to go poorly. So now, current events trigger that thing, which then causes you anxiety. What's going to happen in the future? And then you can feel very out of your body, like you've left your body and things like that, and not like grounded in your thing. So bring it into this moment. Here, do this. It's a good breath. It's called the physiological sigh. This is great for anxiety. Great for getting you grounded. Great for when you really are feeling that like, fuck. And it'll bring your system down. Because what is anxiety but a different neuroconductivity in your body to cause a certain feeling? So you're having different neuroreceptors. So you're going to bring in a little bit of dopamine and stuff like that to open up that neuroreception. You're going to get yourself more grounded in your moment. So it's a 3-part breath. It goes in real deep. Little breath, and then a big sigh out. So like this. Do that a few times, and you'll actually feel that anxious feeling of those hormones firing to drop, and it kind of kicks your meat suit out of the cycle. And then when you kick your meat suit out of the cycle, you'll come out of your higher alpha brainwave consciousness. Your consciousness is only in alpha waves. And when you're in high alpha, you're in the state of autonomic nervous system of fight or flight. So what happens then, you can feel like you're leaving your body. It's the flee response of the depersonalization. So you want to bring yourself out of high alpha into low alpha, where your consciousness resides, where you have executive function, left hemisphere, your brain is working. You want to breathe deeply into your moment, as close to this moment as possible, not thinking about anything in the future, not worrying about anything in the past, because those don't exist. The things in the past are nothing but electrical chemical sensations passing through your body in this moment, causing you the anxious feelings you're having, and then that is triggering you into thoughts in the future of what will happen. So bring your fucking thoughts right back here, right in this moment. Pet the dog, hug a tree, just sniff a flower, right? Ding a bowl. These are good. Take that breath. Physiological sigh. That breaks the anxiety loop of hormones in your system. And if you can actually do a sigh out, feel it vibrate in your chest, it triggers your limbic system and stuff like that, and it'll make you feel better. So, but the trick is getting it back up in this bitch right here in this moment. All right. What's up, everybody? Wait, you believe in the sage BS? No. Sometimes. I think it smells nice. And it kills 94% of airborne bacteria. And it also burns your little rug if you drop some on there. That's okay. I use the sage. I just kind of like it. It smells nice. It's a nice little thing. I use it as like a prayer of quantum intent. Because what is the quantum field but all these subatomic particles in between the atoms and things like that? You know what I mean? Uh-oh, Sarah just texted me. She said, "You on live yet?" I'm on live, Sarah. And so I use it as like a visualization in my house. I'll be like clearing the space, like quantum intent. Like this is my energetic space, because it's nothing but energy, all of the stuff passing through. So I don't think it's like killing any spirits or anything like that, because it is like, here's some spirits coming out of it. Like, look at those sage spirits getting all spirity. I'm a spirit. You're a spirit. We got spirits of Steve Jobs spirit coming through this iPhone here, blasting you with that kind of stuff. So, you know. My videos always come up on your For You page. This is the message I have for you. Do whatever is good. Like whatever feels great for you. Because when you do things that feel great for you and you really do your truth and you bring your gift to the world, that's going to feel great for other people. And then it's going to start a reciprocal cycle of feeling good. So do whatever is good for you. Yep. Ricky, your meditation teacher is attached to you and won't leave you alone. What do? Set your energetic boundaries. Don't buy in. Don't buy in. Okay. And what I mean by that is, like, if you don't want to talk to them, be like, I gotta go. If they text you a bunch, just don't answer until you want to talk to them. They'll figure it out. But do you talk to everyone about this? What? What do I talk to everyone about? Oh my gosh, you guys are really blasting me today. You like go into the gas station in the morning and get your coffee? Yeah, sometimes. I usually go to Better Buzz. You smoke other things than sage? Excellent. Good job. A physical action to solidify the intent. Yes, that's exactly how I visualize the sage. It's almost like, because it's honestly kills airborne bacteria and it kind of smells nice. I like it, brings like a little freshness to the space. And it gives me like this visualization of like, this is and I really like to keep my house and space in this really clean, like good feeling, energetic space. How do you deal with the dopamine release from TikTok as a creator? Oh, I honestly have a hard time with that sometimes. Like, I gotta not pay attention to the followers and things. And some days it's like couple videos have been up in the algorithm and I'll be getting a couple thousand followers a day or 5,000 a day. And I'm just like, okay, just let it be. Stay focused on the point. Stay focused on the message that's supposed to come out. Stay focused on how it feels right here, not on what do I expect to see here. But it's hard in the morning sometimes. Like, it's totally messed with my meditation schedule. And I want to like get up and look at my phone, you know what I mean? Or sometimes I had just a real banger of a live the night before and I'm like, I got to see what I said, you know, so I'll like go download it and scroll through it and totally fuck my morning schedule up and, you know, stuff like that. But you definitely get that dopamine release, that's for sure. Meditation practice, I usually sit like this and I breathe. And as thoughts come, I kind of do this visualization of just like clear, like energy coming up, and then any like thoughts and feelings just like just letting it go. And then sometimes I'll look up to the third eye or just like roll my eyes back to like top of my head and place my tongue at the top of my mouth and just sort of, you pin your tongue in a spot because your tongue is connected to your thoughts and you have little micro movements in your tongue. So if you stop your tongue from moving by either letting it lay flat in the bottom of your mouth or pinning it up to the roof of your mouth, then it kind of stops some of the thoughts. But I stay in a very meditative, thought-like space all day long. I've noticed, even if I have a shitty meditation in the morning, I'm just sort of still in that like oh, here I am with all this beauty around me, and it's just sort of conditioned to be that way. I have thought about writing a book. Yes, I'm just doing TikTok videos instead. What's up, Zach? Zach's here, guys. Yeah. How does the stash go hard? I'll tell you. Well, every morning I take a look at it and I go, God damn, you're beautiful. You know? I reinforce the mustache's beauty so it knows through quantum intent to be beautiful that day. And then I give it a little wax and I have a teeny little brush for it and I put a little wax in it, trim off any loose hairs, you know? You got to take care of these things. It doesn't just... You want to see it again? Ooh. Yeah, I know you wanted that. Yeah, just don't have that meditation teacher. You love me, I love you too. You remind you of Uncle? Good. Clear the space, yeah. Any tips on health anxiety? What do you mean by health anxiety? Like, I'm not healthy and I'm anxious about it? Just think of it this way. Anxiety is always future thinking. It is always something, and it can be triggered by past events. You know what I mean? So we're constantly in a state of like, fuck. You're like getting pulled over here and pulled over here by life and stuff. So you want to always ground back into your moment. So that's one of the practices of like being grateful for what you have right here in this moment and finding the beauty around you and taking a breath. Just, oh, here I am. And if you have any big feelings coming up, all of those feelings are nothing more than your endocrine system firing hormones and giving you different neural reception to feel different things. So if you just stop and breathe for a little bit when you're getting worked up, the reason you stop and breathe is because it only takes about 90 seconds for those hormones to pass through your body. And so you can kind of re-equalize, you know, just take a little breath. If you got a lot of stuff coming up, maybe like move it out. There's kind of a masculine energy and a feminine energy. And that doesn't mean like penis and vagina energy. That means like I have a really even balance of masculine and feminine in my chart, stuff like that. Some feminine embodied individuals have a lot more masculine energy. Some masculine bodied individuals have a lot more feminine energy. So a masculine practice for kind of controlling energies in your body is a stillness. Imagine the tango dancers of a masculine and feminine pole. The tango dancer masculine pole is rigid. He's strong. So it's like a sit down and meditate. And I find that to be very helpful for kind of controlling the feelings and things like that. Sarah, my lovely Sarah, is very feminine, emotional bodied, and she just got to move. She's got to dance around and move, and she just, after she like moves around a little bit, she feels better. It like helps to pass that energy through, and it's good. Maybe it's just your voice delivery, but you remind me of Lester Bangs and from Almost Famous. I've heard of it. I don't know him. No, I'm sorry. Your dogs love me. I'll take it. I'm sorry, Dan. I don't need to be rude, but you look more like a Paul. Pauly Shore, maybe? I've heard that one before, and it cracks me up. Do you consider yourself a Buddhist? No, I do not. Though I found that in my own path, I've never really studied a lot of Buddhism stuff. In my own journey, people are like, oh, that's a Buddhist thing, ideas and things. I'm like, yeah, it's all the same shit. Like, we just are describing it differently with different linguistic patterns, but it's all the same shit. Like, here's the trick. My trick is, which I like to smash in all the dogmas for everything. The second you get a dogma about it, you constrain the all. You say, this is the way it must be. Which is why I was getting on. Oh, and it's a half off Ascension sale tonight. I wanted to make it half off because the thing is, Ascension can be expensive, you know, and I want you guys to ascend too. I figured out Ascension, guys, or at least if you know if you're ascending or not. How to create your daily messages. Would love to know your process. Here's what I do. I wake up. I meditate a little bit. So honestly, like lately my meditation schedule's been a little bit wonky, not as good as it was. And I had been doing like a real solid 30 minutes every day. Actually, I'd been kind of an hour. I would do 30 minutes before meditation circle I was leading, and then I would do 30 minutes with the meditation circle. And then I was doing just 30 minutes by myself. But man, I've gotten down to like 20 minutes and then sometimes like 10 minutes. And I'm like, fuck. And I just pop out of it. And I'm like, oh, well, I'll just do my thing. And as long as I'm in a beautiful state of being, like, I don't need to do a practice. If I feel great and I feel open and I can tell when I'm like getting a little, I'm like, okay, I need to go do a little like self-practice and self-care and like slow my nervous system down and just get more like in the flow. But the content creation goes like this. I have a feeling of being in my head and I have a feeling of being in my heart, and I bring it down to like, and it's like whatever the message is for the day. I never script anything. I just have little notes in my phone if I need my mind jogged. But usually by the time I get up and like take a shower, my mind's like going on a couple things. And I'll ride the bike to the coffee shop and grab a coffee and walk out the back door and hit record. And most of the time I'll have like 4 videos a day. And they'll usually be one-take wonders. If I have like a car drive by me that's real loud or somebody walks by and distracts me, I might do it again. Or if it's a real kind of heavy concept where I need to have a lot of words come out fast, I might kind of do it a couple times just to get like the cadence of it. But other than that, it's all a flow of just whatever I'm feeling from everybody. Like, what do we need? What do we all need to, like, make our lives better, you know? Why did I leave? I just, you know, here you leave, Dad. Yep. Half off Ascension. I wish it was that easy. No, it's that easy, guys. Yeah, drink your water. Ricky knows what's up. It's me, dude. It's your dad. Just chill, okay? Yeah, I have chronic illness, and I find it constantly overworrying, and I create symptoms I don't have. Yeah, okay, chronic illness and autoimmune and stuff like that. I swear to you, I mean, I'm not a doctor, but it's a meta thing. It is something of the mind causing an illness in your body. Because, man, when everything is clear, everything, like, I lost a bunch of weight when I cleared up my emotions. I, like, healed some psoriasis, not trying to, like, healing my emotions and old bullshit and stuff like that. And just got into, like, my body changed and works better now. I'm, like, more agile and limber and, you know, stuff like that. Do you focus on appeasing the ego by formatting your algorithm? No, I don't try to. I try to get a vibe. I've had a couple, like, coach people talk to me, like, when I was first starting, and they're like, you got to do this and you got to do that. And I was like, I'm going to do me, bitches. You know, like, I'm just doing my own thing. And so I don't try to appease the algorithm. I use a little bit of a hashtag strategy. I kind of use the same hashtags, knowing that it's going to keep going to the same kind of group of people that the message is probably going to hit. But I get really lazy about it and just figure whoever's going to get the message is going to get the message. And I don't try to get followers. I just try to deliver, like, whatever the truth is of my heart. So that seems to work for me, because I don't want to dance around and do, like, whoever was, I was saying, you got to do what's right for you. If I'm trying to do something that's inauthentic and it doesn't feel good for me, it's going to be bullshit. It's not going to connect. Like, I say the stupidest shit sometimes, all these wacky words. I make stuff up. I get things wrong. I like, it doesn't even come out right sometimes, but it doesn't matter, because it's love that I'm like, I just want you guys to know that you're loved and you're okay. And so when that's coming out, it connects with people. So it doesn't matter what I say, because words are wind anyway. You're going to take all of my words and read them through your context and your understanding and your lens of perspective. It doesn't fucking matter. Like, yeah, there's some common, like, linguistic patterns that we all agree on, but, I mean, I'm talking to people all around the world. People with English as a third language. You know, they don't, it's like, they don't, like, the words don't even mean the same thing culturally. They're just like whatever they read in their textbook, you know what I mean? Or whatever they learned from watching TV or something like that. So it's like, if I'm trying to, like, hit with words, that's just wind. That's bullshit. Like, whatever it means to me is going to mean something to you, but if the energy of the words is from a space of love, then you're going to pick that up. Because I love you. See? Okay, what are you guys talking about? Love you so much for fearlessly spreading the light. Yeah, just get after it. It feels good to me, you know? I don't give a shit what you guys think. I'm just loving you. And I know some people hate it. I mean, I get some comments and I'm like, really? Where'd you come from? You seem really angry. And then I make a funny video, sniff at a flower or something, and just to fuck with them. I fully believe we have so much power in our brains, and we realize, yeah, well, look at it this way. You got 5 ranges of brain waves, even on Western scale of medicine. You got your alpha, beta, gamma, delta, and your theta. You only have consciousness basically in your alpha brain waves, and in your high alpha, you're in a state of fight or flight, trigger, fight or flight, freeze or fawn. It's a state of sympathetic, aroused autonomic nervous system. So when you're in trigger, there's a little bit of the left hemisphere of your brain goes offline. You go right brain dominant. You don't have any logical processing power. Your executive function is gone. You're just acting like an animal. So when you split all those brain waves up into high and low range, you're really only working on about 10% or less for your consciousness. So you got 90% of that experience is felt. And when that monkey mind is going all the time, how are you going to feel it? How are you going to connect with all of it? Your subconscious, all the feelings that you have are memories. It's like memories of fear, but not in your alpha brainwaves. Like, this whole time I've been talking with my hands. My hands have been moving. Now you're thinking about it. You're like, oh, Daniel's wearing silver nail polish that his daughter put on him when he was sleeping the other day. And, which I dig, so I just left it, you know. But you weren't even thinking about my hands moving until I talked about it. It was a subconscious thing. But they've been going the whole time. because that's just the way I communicate. Now, because I mentioned it, it came from this like low grade consciousness up into your alpha thoughts, into your alpha consciousness, your brain waves. So now it's in a different space. So all of the feelings that you have, all of the anxiety, all of the depression, all the triggers and stuff like that, those are in your subconscious, your lower brain waves, stored in the energy centers of your body, which are in Eastern tradition chakras, and in Western tradition your nervous system. And even within the nervous system, in the Western scale, there's these little nerve bundles in your spinal column right where the energy centers of the chakra align. So it kind of lines up from east to west, you know. What's up? How you doing? How are the kids? Aiden, my boy, my 13-year-old, took the e-bike. He's a scooter guy. And we're like, he's like, can we go to the skate park? And I was like, no, he didn't want to go. And I just kind of wanted to vibe. And I was like, dude, I was like, let's strap the scooter to the e-bike. So we figured out how to get it on there. So he's sitting on it with handlebars up behind him, but he made it all the way to the skate park. He texted me, so he's out there riding around right now, hopefully not getting hurt. Nellie's here vibing. She's watching some TikTok. It's crazy that modern medicine and science are starting to prove teachings like the thoughts. Yep. I mean, we have brain cells in our hearts, the same kind of cells that we have in our brains, we have in our hearts. So it's like, maybe there's something to it. Especially positive message for young men that need guidance, but don't know where to look. Yeah, definitely. We need some guidance for the dudes. Hey, can you please, and the old dudes, can you please give me advice on the feelings of guilt? I'm in constant fear. Ooh, yeah, okay. Guilt is a memory. And that fear, that anxiety going into the future is based off of that past guilt. How can you change your reality but to let that go? So to live in the guilt, and to hold on to the thought, is to stay in the guilt, and the only thing you have is this moment. The guilt is a feeling, a sensation. You have to come to grips with your moment, to say, here I am now in this moment, and I will learn from these past experiences, and I will no longer associate with this thing, but I will be a new person in this moment, in every moment. You have to practice it. So that guilt you're feeling, which is giving you anxiety moving into the future, which only you have this moment, because that past is nothing but an electrical chemical sensation in your body, and that future is another electrical chemical sensation in your body that you're feeling, both of them. So you're getting fucked up. But all you have is this moment, because you can't take any of those events from the past and put them in a box. You don't even know if you're like in a dream state right now. You might have just woken up or gone to sleep, and now you're dreaming, and you have guilt in your dream, which is now going to fuck your future up. So if you want to heal that and change that, you have to make a decision to stop and be right here in this moment. And there's a lot of practices to do that. And if any of you are interested in healing from stuff, there's a lot of comments. Sweet Jesus. What I do in my work on a daily basis is called emotional alchemy, and I sit with clients just on a call just like this. We sit down. Usually I'm not wearing a pink hat. This is just for lives. And for roaming about town like an awesome dude. And we sit down and we talk through the stuff, and the process of emotional alchemy is to feel deeply into these subconscious sensations and emotions, and to put our focus there, to cause ourselves a little pain of the memory, which then we kind of trace these memories back into like childhood wounds and things like that. And then that allows that memory and that kind of low-grade subconscious like meditative state to then come up into alpha consciousness, where then we can reprogram into our moment. So if any of you are really stuck on some stuff, having a tough time in your relationships and fear or traumas and things like that, that's what I do for regular work. So just hit up my website. It's just danieltyack.com. You can go to the link in my profile. You can even do it right now while you're watching the TikTok, and it'll keep playing in the corner of your screen, I think, on most devices, which is cool. All words are made up. Thor. Oh boy, I just missed like 1,000 comments. Hey guys, hello. I hope I got all these things. We all add our perception to others' words. Yep. Thank you for existing. You're welcome. Thank you for being here. Thank you guys. Yeah, that was good. Thanks for the tips. Yep. Blessings to you guys. Hello, everyone. I need healing. I'm in constant pain. Do you have any advice? I'm so tired of it. Yeah, hit up my website. Session work, individual sessions can be a little bit expensive. It's kind of like going to therapy because it's a therapy session. But what's cool is my lovely and Sarah and I are going to be starting some classes, some group sessions this Tuesday, coming Tuesday. The price is $50 to be in the class, and we will be teaching you how to do the emotional alchemy process. It won't be a direct one-on-one for me to help you feel into it deeply and be like real focused in with you, but more of a Zoom call. But we'll be teaching the exact process of how to safely feel down into your emotions, to bring these old memories up to alpha consciousness so you understand why you're feeling the way you're feeling. So we're going to do kind of a multi-part class, and our goal is to do it at a very nominal price so regular people can afford it. So if you're real stuck, like, hit up the website. We'll teach you the methods. And also there's a lot of info on my TikTok. There's like 500 videos. You can scroll through that too. Thank you for the comment on the refreshing content. When you find foods in your stash, do you eat it? Yeah, huh? Gosh, Bizzin' Tofu, what do you think I am? Some kind of rookie? Oh yeah, half off. We're going to Ascend. You guys ready? Zach, hey, did you get the message I sent you last time? Where did you send it? Did you send it on to my Sarah? Honestly, I don't look at all the emails that come in. Sarah fields all the emails, and we'll talk to you guys about scheduling calls. And then I just look at my app on my phone, and I say, what do I have today? And she schedules all my stuff for me. And it's such a great like working and partnership relationship. I just protect her heart just with like big energy, like nothing's touching my lovely Sarah. So she feels all free to just be herself. And then she protects my brain with all of her, and she's got real great like Virgo organization energy. She just is like, okay, gotcha. Just writes it all down, lists it out, remembers everything. I can't remember. It's all gets wild up there, you know? So if you send it to the email, Zach, yeah, Sarah got it. All you have is the moment. Yep. Healing the angry, hopeless child I used to be. Thanks for the signpost, Marks. Yeah. And it's all this. So think of the emotional patterns you learn in childhood. And so much of the work we do in emotional alchemy goes down into these childhood wounds, and even sometimes into like mom wounds, like the feelings of mom or dad or grandma or grandpa. Doing the method, I've actually found, one time I got down into this really weird kind of in a relationship, this like kind of clingy energy, and I was like, this isn't me, like this isn't who I am as a person, but I felt it. I felt like real like, ugh. And I was like, man, what is this? And I did the practice of feeling deeply down into these emotions, and I shit you not, I saw a vision of my grandmother who I had never met. She died like 2 years before I was born, like crying on the couch in a depressed state, feeling the exact same feelings. And I was like, yep, thanks for the genetics, Grandma. You know, it's like family of origin stuff, you know, but you just got to get real quiet of mind and feeling down deeply into the body to, you know. It was another e-bike. Oh, I did see that one, Zach. And that looked sick, but that was like Daniel's going to die on that e-bike because it goes like 50 miles an hour or something like that. And I try to keep it in like the under 25 range because I get aggressive on riding things. I just want to go so fast. It's like Ricky Bobby in me, like the energy of Ricky Bobby, and I don't want to clear it. Anytime I get on something with wheels, I'm just like I'm not allowed to ride motorcycles. Like if it's a Harley or something, cool, because they're not like super fast. They're more like torquey. But if it's a fast motorcycle and stuff, or like it's quads out in the desert, I'm like, Daniel, don't do it. Don't you fucking do it. You'll die. Like I can't, just no impulse control. I just want to send it. So I stick to like a push device or an e-bike. I get a Rad Power Rad Runner, which is great, and it stays under 20 miles an hour, and it's just enough. Like it's good. That's all I need. All right, living a dream. I am living a dream because I created that. It was really sucky. It got real bad for a second there, and it hurt me badly. And then I figured out how to fix it up, and now it's a dream. Emotional alchemy is similar. It can be similar methods to NLP. I like my integration methods a little bit better, and when you do a one-on-one session with me, I actually tap in with you and feel the things within you, or Sarah as well. She'll do sessions with people. Her last day of work is tomorrow. She's been a school teacher for forever, since she was like college. She has a master's in Waldorf education, and she's just ready to do something new. And when that woman starts writing books, you guys, you have no idea what's in this woman's brain. It is She gives me a brain boner as well as a regular one. I was on your For You page. Did you follow? What's up, guys? Hey, hello. What do you have to say about real estate? I'm open to all advice. Man, if you like it, seems like a good plan, go for it. Maybe you'll get fucked sideways and you'll learn a great lesson. Maybe it'll be great and you'll enjoy yourself. It's just like anything else in life. It's all your perspective, you know. Buy the thing or don't. Either way, you're doing great. I don't know if I'm the guy to ask about real estate. All right. We got to get to the Ascension, guys. We're doing half off. Talked with my mom today and had an open, loving convo with help. I'm actually super happy. I got a little tingle right there. I felt a little tingle right here, too. That's great. Serious question. All these questions are serious. How have you gotten past your biggest fears? I mean, kind of a complex process. I mean, honestly, it was the emotional alchemy stuff, because that was the methods that I developed. It wasn't like I was trying to develop a system. I was just trying to figure out how to get past all my shit. And then I was like, I realized that I was kind of doing a systematic methodology for like feeling into stuff, and then started teaching it to other people, and then it has become emotional alchemy. And then in working with clients, the more I work with clients, the more I get good feedback and figure out kind of new ways to do it. I guess the short answer would be to sit there quietly with yourself and ask yourself, like, you can just like put your hands on your body and feel it. You know, feel your biggest fears wherever they're sitting in your body. Like, you'll feel it if you get quiet. And ask yourself, why would I feel that way? And then sit with that. And then be like, when was the first time I felt that? And try to trace it back to the original memories of when you first started feeling that way. Because when you showed up, when you came flying out of your mother's vagina and you were just a little cute little baby, goo-goo gaga-ing, you know, with a bunch of DMT in your brain and you're just tripping balls, you were pretty pure, you know, everything was great. You were like, look at the world around me, happy. And then, hey, motherfucker, here's some trauma and here's a way to feel. Learn from your parents, and we just learn a way to feel, you know. We keep feeling that way our whole life because we never know something new, you know. So just get real quiet with yourself. Keep asking yourself questions. Closest thing to divine is a fast bike. Yep. Actually, it's really good sex. That's the closest thing to it. Fast bike is a close second. This live must be a loop. What? Yeah. Okay. Even if I set mindset about something, but I see some triggers about it, my body reacts to that. Yeah. So those triggers are your subconscious. Your mindset is your alpha waves of consciousness. That is your understanding of the way things should be. And your alpha brain waves are only 10% or less of your experience, so all of the feelings are over 90% of your experience. Sarah says, maybe I'll catch you live while cooking, which I would enjoy. If Sarah shows up, you guys got to say hi. And be like, we love you, Sarah, and send a bunch of hearts and stuff. Do that for me, you guys? Yeah? Okay. So that's why it's important to feel down into the experience. Get out of your head. Stop trying to figure it out. Feel it, and then gently be like, why would I feel that way? Go down in there. And if you need help, hit up my website form for some emotional alchemy, and it'll be great. None of these comments are in chat. What? How's that work? I don't know what you guys are talking about. That was the point. I just bought myself and love it. Okay, where are we? Okay. What? How do you get your piss that clear? Oh, this? You gotta. I use witchcraft. How do you think Jesus turned that water into wine? Witchcraft. Why do you think? Did you guys know that under Roman tabla, right, which was the Roman law at the time, and this is a fucking empire, right? They don't take no shit. Like, they'll throw you in the lions. The only crime under Roman tabla, and who killed Jesus? But the Romans, right? They're the ones that executed him, right? The whole story, the Jews had to, like, get Pontius Pilate to execute him, and he was the Roman emperor. Or he was the Roman guy that oversaw that area, because it was a big empire. The only crime punishable by crucifixion was witchcraft. Jesus was executed as a witch. So that's how I turned that piss into water, through witchcraft, just like Jesus turned water into wine. Yeah, your phone is slow as fuck, bro. If you can't get over your fear, do it scared. I like that, yep. And think about it. Fear is like a habit of feeling. You get stuck in that, and you just feel like that. It's like, oh, here I am, having my habit. So push yourself. Get out of that comfort zone and realize that nobody cares, right? You're the only one with that perspective. Everybody's got their fear. Everybody's got all that shitty stuff going on. Hey, Nels Bells. Sorry, my son's texting me from the skate park. Can you text Aiden and tell him to come home around 7? Maybe like after sunset. Come home no later than 7:30. Okay. Love you, kid. Sorry, I had some parenting to do there, guys. How do you deal with jealousy? Get down in there and ask yourself why you would feel that way. Is it in a situation of love? Because I'm going to tell you what love's all about. Are you guys ready for some love? Love, and this is a concept that the lovely Sarah taught me, so if she shows up, extra hearts. This was like something I was creeping up on, but she just laid it out, and I was like, God, I love this woman. Love is acceptance, right? So in acceptance, you can't demand for somebody to be anything other than they are. So the actions of love are no more than a give. I appreciate you. Here is me, whatever it is that you offer. Or a receive in gratitude. Thank you so much for the gift. And never a demand of anything else. Because a demand is not love. A demand is not acceptance. A demand to change or be something else is a judgment. And the judgment pushes people away. So jealousy is saying that you need to be something other than you are. Whatever your actions are that are causing me to be jealous. So you will push away somebody with your own jealousy, because they will feel that judgment from you. Yo.
I don't want to do this. Show you this.
Come to me, my child. Come here. Say hi to people. This is Nelly. Hold on. We're watching a sick video of my son. Yo! You guys want to see a rad trick? That was awesome. He just did a one-footed board slide. Did you see that? Look at that trick. Boom. Dude, that kid's rad. Tell him I said... Hold on, I'm going to send him the video back. No, you got to get in here to sniff the crystals. Give it a good sniff. You know what to do. Aiden, that was the sickest... When did you figure that one out? I love it, dude. We're on a live. Nelly's sniffing crystals. You guys say hi to Aiden. He's not going to be able to tell what's going on here, but you get the idea. That was awesome, dude. Nice work. Get some more videos. I want to see them. Sorry. Got a little parenting to do there. Do you recommend the Emotional Alchemy book? But I didn't even know there was a book called that. I'm going to read that. Oh, gosh. Here we go. Is it flat or a globe? I don't know. You tell me. Thank you, Sarah. Where's Sarah? Did she show up? New piercing alert? I got a second one a little while ago. I'll put it in there. Pierced Aiden's ear, too, the other day. It was rad. This one's been... Hey, Saudi Arabia. Sick. Wasn't that a cool trick? Like, he straight up one-footed board slided that thing. I didn't even know he could do that. Said they changed. Okay, hearts for Sarah. Is Sarah here? Sarah's not here yet. She'll say hi. Saw, dude. Spaceman. Recommend journaling? Yeah. Anything that like helps you like get the emotions out, get the feelings out. You know what I mean? I sometimes even like will just make a little video for myself, like just like kind of get it out, or a voice memo or something. I had a emotional alchemy client, not yesterday, the day before. We did a session, and it kind of changed at the end. It wasn't the same integration we normally would do. She sort of pulled herself out of it, and she had done it before, so it was fine. And she was like, I gotta paint. She's this artist, and she painted this amazing painting of all of her feelings and the thing that we had processed, and the throat chakra being blocked, her voice being blocked. And it was like, she sent it to me like an hour later, and I was like, holy shit, like it was so cool. Anyway, so whatever it is for you that gets that, like the feelings out, however you can express them, because they're all these like subconscious things. So sometimes journaling and or sometimes movement or dance or just going and skating, like honestly, that like flow state for me, just like moving my body around and being in this like flow state of like, if I hit a rock, I'm going to die. So I have to just like relax into it and just go slay. So I don't know, you can journal on a skateboard. You can shred the streets, you know. I asked my religious coworker about that, and he dodged the witchcraft thing. Oh yeah, they always dodge it. They dodge the shit out of that. But I mean, historically speaking, the Romans killed Jesus, and the only crime punishable by crucifixion was witchcraft. And the Romans were the empire. Like, they're not gonna put up with a whole bunch of shit, you know. Said they charged Jesus with blasphemy. Well, they charged him with whatever they wanted. But if you look at historical reference, under Roman tabla, which was the Roman law, only crucifixion. Ding, ding. Now, a lot of that stuff's been, like, wiped out by the Catholic Church and stuff. Nellie, everybody says hi.
Hi.
She says hi. 3 things you would tell yourself in your 20s. Do whatever you like. Dangerous. Do whatever feels good. Right? Now, here's the thing. Sometimes people are like, I'm going to go fuck my shit up. But you'll figure out pretty quick that that doesn't actually feel good, you know? And you end up moving towards a space of love because that feels the best. So do whatever feels right for you and whatever feels good for you, because you will naturally move in the path of least resistance towards a beautiful way of being. And don't bullshit yourself. Oh, this feels good. It does not feel better to block your emotions with chemicals than it does to heal your emotions. So don't bullshit yourself. But move towards the things that you truly like love and you truly desire, and you naturally feel like, I really got to do this thing. Like, even if everyone's like, you got to do this and be responsible or something like that, most of the time that's just bullshit. That's just part of the system to keep you oppressed, you know? So do whatever feels right for you, and then figure out the other 2 things on your own. Saudi Arabia, what's up? Love you, but you mentioned that you weren't a fan of Stoics. Would you please expound? I'm okay with Stoics. I'm okay with all the y'alls. I mean, I like to break up the dogmas of everybody because they always limit you. But do whatever the fuck you want. I don't care if somebody wants to be a Stoic or not. I just don't, like, people are like, oh, you're a Stoic. And I'm like, I don't think so. I've actually never read a lot of Stoic philosophy. This is my own shit that I'm coming up with based on how I feel about life and based on being free. So if there's some Stoic philosophy, that's, everyone's always like, oh, are you a Buddhist? Are you a Stoic? Are you a good? And I'm like, I'm a nothingness. I'm a here-ness. I'm a momentist. Whatever is the beauty of the moment, because that's all you have. Because the rest of it's just bullshit. You try to come up with a system for a moment in an ever-moving... I mean, like, break it down to quantum mechanics, guys. Like, that is the subatomic particles and things like that. The in-between bits that make up all of the molecules and the atoms that are us, the building blocks of everything, right? Like, we think we know what's up when we look at our periodic table of the elements. We say, oh, here's a helium molecule, and that's a little thing here and thing and a couple electrons, and that's a simple one, you know. It's a whatever, the atomic value of 2 or something like that. It's got 2 protons in it. It's the simplest shit. And then it goes up from there, but there's all the shit in between. All the little quarks and things. And that stuff's wild, and, like, it doesn't make any sense. It can do 2 things at once. It can spin this way, and it can spin that way at the same time. It can be here and over here. And one time it's here, and then it's here, and then it's here, and then it's over here. And nobody knows what's going on. Because every single layer of life that you dive into, there's order. And then you get under there and it's complete fucking chaos. And you go in a little deeper and there's some order and then it's complete fucking chaos. So from the meta level, everything is constant motion and movement. So anytime you say, this is what is, and you demand it to be, and you create a dogma about it and a religion, God forbid, you're fucked. It's constantly moving and it's constantly changing. The moment is complete motion. And that time that you imagine is an absolute illusion. It doesn't exist. Like, when did the second start? And what's a fucking second? And we're ascending, so what's a fucking frequency? A given oscillation per second? That's a shit show to start out with. How are you going to base something of frequency and raising a vibration on something that's a construct? So here you go, guys. This is a half off Ascension sale. Send your hearts in. Just half of them. Not even your normal hearts. You're fucking ascended. Here you are in this moment. Be that. And if you think you're raising into a beam of light, prepare to get real sweaty and have your clothes burn off. Because as the atom spins up to a higher frequency, you're going to turn into photons. And you're going to turn into like nuclear fusion from the sun. Do you know how we even get the energy of the sun? There's like this nuclear fission, whatever it is in there, of these molecules bashing together, hydrogen molecules, and they quantum tunnel into each other, which then blasts out some photons, which aren't even hot. They go traveling through the void of space as radioactive energy. And then when they hit our atmosphere, they heat up all the air molecules, just like a microwave, which is a wave. Microwave, it's very, very small. It has a very tiny little nanometers of height for the amplitude. But it also goes very fast per given second, which is a complete illusion. So the whole thing's a fucking shit show. So all you have is your moment to live in and to be in. So you want to ascend, you just did it. You got in your moment. Stop all that other fuckery. You think you're going to go turn into a beam of light and be a light worker and all that shit? Like, your clothes are going to burn off eventually, and you're going to, in the whole process, and it's going to be real sweaty, and I don't think your meat suit's going to be able to handle it. All you have is here. All you have is right now. So find all the beauty. And part of that is the acceptance of all of it. There's some bullshit, and there's some good shit. And without the bullshit, you can't have the good shit. And you're perceiving the whole thing through a little tiny narrow band of consciousness, and that's your ego. So just give it up and enjoy every little bit of it. You are ascended. See? Half off. Stop with all those hearts. I said only half of them. Okay. I missed a lot of those comments. What are the oh shit. Okay, let's see here. I feel weak and afraid of people or afraid from standing up for myself. What do I do? Ask yourself quietly when you're sitting, when you're not around the people, but you can feel the trigger. Work yourself into that feeling of pain. When you have that pain, that's the portal. It opens up neuroplasticity. And you can learn a new thing about yourself. You can not be stuck in the same thoughts. And just keep asking yourself, why would I make me feel this way? Why would I be scared? When was the first time I was ever feeling like this? And trace it down into those original situations when you started feeling like that. And then realize that that original situation is a memory. This is kind of the work I do in Emotional Alchemy. If anybody needs help working out of their shit, hit up my website for them. And it's very much the work. It's just a lot easier to do when you have somebody there with you. But feel into that and ask yourself when the first time you ever started feeling like that was. And then realize you're out of that situation right now. Take care of that inner child, that memory. Reparent that inner child, whatever it was that got hurt at that moment. And bring it into this moment right here, right now. Because that is all you have. Everything else is an electrochemical sensation. It's the human experience. Okay. What are you guys talking about? Oh, yeah. I kind of like giving the haters, debaters, and thank you for the comment of the phenomenal content. I really honestly love it when somebody comes in all hot and angry, and then I'm just like sniffing a flower. It's like a big fuck you without being a dick, you know? So I love it. And I love to just embody peace and not reflect anything back, because then they're just left with their own thrashing about. And it also, I don't mind debating this stuff, especially things like chemtrails and contrails, because I want people to not freak out about that stuff. I want people to be in their moment, because that takes them way out of their moment. And that stuff doesn't actually exist because it's not physically impossible. I mean, when you're talking about Newtonian physics and things like that. And so I like to try to clear things up that I know are just absolute fallacies that really distract people from a path of peace. So I kind of do it for the rest of everybody. Like, it doesn't bother me at all when somebody gets all crazy on me. I just do it for the sake of everybody else, you know. I don't mind it. I love a good fight anyway, so. That explains it, and I agree with not trying to conform to a system. Yeah. Don't be a conformist. I mean, look at us. Look at the system. It's fucked. Go live your life. Have a great time. You know? That's when things like, hippie shit like hugging a tree comes in handy. Right? Go hug a fucking tree. They feel nice. Not the bark part, but like the niceness of the tree. Yeah, that's fine. Like, why not? Why not feel nice? I don't really actually hug a lot of trees, but the concept of it, find your proverbial tree to hug in life. Whatever grounds you into your moment, and be like, oh, fuck all this noise. Fuck all this fighting. All this shit out there. All these conspiracies. It's like, yeah, it's always going to be happening. Like, you can't have the feeling of the nice tree without all the bullshit. So if you want to just jump the bullshit and ascend, go hug the tree, Pet the dog. Ride your bike. Go enjoy your life. All the rest of it will work itself out. Expecting a positive experience and a negative experience, accepting yes. Oh, Stoic idea? Okay. I haven't read much about Stoicism, but cool. That was an awesome monologue on quantum physics. You're welcome. Thoughts on the leafy things? Yeah, if you like smoking the weeds, smoke the weeds. It makes me feel real hazy. Sometimes I like to I'll call my cat up. Well, not a cat, like a pet the cat, but her name is actually Cat. And I'll text her every now and then if I'm feeling just a little bit tight, maybe, and I just can't kick out of it. And I'll text her and I'll say, Cat, I would like to buy one marijuana, because she sells the bougie stuff. She works for this company called Cream of the Crop, and all they do is bougie weed. And that means I just want the smallest portion, this little bag. I think it's an eighth. And then I just grind it. She says to me every time, she's like, do you want the good stuff, or do you want the regular? Or she said, you want the regular stuff or the good stuff? And I was like, I want the good stuff. And then I'm real careful about it, just a teeny little bit. Because I know what's going to happen, right? And it doesn't matter how much a teeny little bit I smoke. I'm like seeing Jesus and writing books for a second. I'm standing in one spot, staring at the wall, but it really calms my system down. And then by the time I'm done with that eighth, I'm just like, I never want to smoke again because I feel draggy and ugh. So if you're going to it to suppress and you're not dealing with your emotions, it can be very unhealthy. You can use it for, it's phenomenal sometimes for meditation. Do it like in like a controlled situation, like a little bit, like in like kind of ceremonial. Man, you really can just get in a really beautiful deep space. I used it when I was in a really hard space after my wife had left and business had crashed, and I just was so blocked. I just couldn't feel anything. I was just angry, and I realized that if I just smoked a little bit, it would like calm my nervous system down, and I could journal, and I could like feel my feelings, and it really helped me heal. And then if I wasn't careful, I would do too much, and it wouldn't help me heal. And it's like anything else in life. You just got to balance it and take care of yourself and know what's right for you, What are the infallible lines between countries that are segregating us and the fact that we're all human? Yeah, it's a bunch of shit show if you ask me. Like, it's so dumb. Like, we're all just people. My mom the other day, granted, she's like 82, and, she's ingrained in her patterns, and she met Sarah's parents, and she was like, I like them. They're regular people. And I was like, what the fuck does regular people mean, Mom? I was like, they're Aborigines? Are they radical Muslims? Are they? And she's like, don't do it. You don't. And I was, I was like, what does that mean, Mom? Like regular people? Like everybody's regular people. Like just trying to get a rise out of her, but yeah, forget those borders. I've been caught up in all the methods to ascend recently. I'm just here. Yeah, don't worry about all that. We already ascended. How do you feel about mushrooms? You can. Oh man, Portobello's. There's a taco place here that does these mushroom tacos. Ooh, taco stand. Highly recommended. Also, if you want to do mushrooms that have psilocybin in them, you can knock out your ego and you can learn things about yourself. They open up neuroplasticity. Actually, my emotional alchemy sessions are a lot like a little mini mushroom trip without the psilocybin. It's kind of the same chemical process in your body. I am an advocate for plant medicines for dharmic work, for spiritual work, and sometimes it's nice to just like vibe out on like a museum dose and like go to the beach and hang out. It's like you're just connected with everything around you. But it's like anything, you can really mess yourself up with too much of anything. And if you're doing something like that intentionally, you can really heal some stuff. I've done a lot of psychedelic work, and not a ton, but like a very intentional psychedelic work with different chemicals, and really learned some beautiful things about myself. And now I don't even, like, some of them don't even really affect me anymore. I'm like in a good space without. I'm like, I'm good. Like I rarely touch any of it. Just like a little bit, like a reminder every now and then. Like, oh yeah, that's where I live. Oh, talk more about accepting it all. Okay, acceptance of bad is a path to conformity of evil. I mean, if you want to believe that, sure. But what are you going to do about it all existing and when you push it away? So if you accept it, that is not that you, in this plane of consciousness, endorse it, but to say, there it is. Yeah. So when you're in the shed, you say, oh, here I am in the shed. And you're not like, oh, I'm in the shed. Because we always go in the shed. There's a wave. It's like quantum mechanics. It's always here. It's always there. It's always moving. Everything is a wave constantly. So you're always up, and you're always down, and you're always up, and you're always down, because it's the nature of the universe. Everything is that. Current flow, electricity, what do you think a fucking frequency is? We're raising our frequencies here. It's a wave. It goes up, and it goes down, and it goes up, and it goes down. So when you're down in the shed, you don't go thrashing about. You just go, oh, here I am in the shed. Look at this shed. Because if you're thrashing about and you're getting shed everywhere, you're going to get in your eye, you're going to get pink eye, you're fucked. Just calm it down, wade on out of it, and you're going up. And then you realize that you're just right there in the middle of it all. And you can step outside of that bullshit experience of thrashing about over here and over there, and you can just observe it all happening. And it all turns beautiful because you're on an outside view of seeing the whole of it. And without one, there is no other. And without the darkness, there is no light. And even on the electromagnetic scale and spectrum, it all goes back into itself. And it's one thing. And your point of observation is where you live, your perspective. So when you learn to accept it all, you don't go running into whatever you were talking about, conformity of evil. I accept it all. Look at me conforming to evil. Oh, the bad man. Like, fuck right off. Get over yourself. All right. To ascend is to be in love? No. Here. This is Ascension. There. How can you be in love without hate? How can you be in light if there is no darkness? To ascend is to be here in your moment with no song and dance and no need for anything but what is. Because to look to some future and say, I will one day ascend, is the same Christian bullshit of heaven. And right now you're in purgatory and or hell if you're not there. So to be here is to be there and there all at the same time. So you just got ascended. Told you it was half off. Dismiss it and deflect it to water vapor that stays. Don't know what you're talking about. Sometimes we think bad is actually good. Okay, I've been in some... I haven't read the Dharma Bums guy. Gives permissions to those that be. I've had some wacky healing sessions on the weed. Yeah. How do you feel about mush? Oh, we're back. Okay, thank you. You're welcome. Heaven is a way of thinking. Yeah, that's what Jesus was talking about. He's like, hey, kingdom is here, guys. Why do you think that when he was teaching and the kids were there and the disciples were like, hey, you want us to get these fucking kids out of here? And he was like, you fuck off, bro. These kids are closer to the Father than you. Because those kids were just there. They were just vibing. They were living the dream, being kids. Not all that stupid construct of it's got to be this way and that way. They were just living the dream. Probably had a lot more DMT in their brains, closer to the Father. They do have a lot more DMT in their brains until they grow out of it. But that's the whole thing. It's like heaven is here. It's a state of mind. When you change energetic forms, it's just a different form of perception. Like, you don't go away. Your energy just changes to something else. It cannot be destroyed. And it's all just a point of perception. Your point of perceiving me is still you. So what am I? I'm some fucking photons on your screen with some sound waves coming out of your speaker. Like, where am I? What am I? Are you in a dream right now or not? Like, you don't know. You have no concept. And all of the pain of your experience is you trying to know. All of your pain of your experience is demanding it be one way or the other when it's going every which way, and it is all the things all at once, and it's nothing but your point of perception. There's some shit show right there for you. Weak, comfortable men allowing evil to run around. Weak conformity. I mean, if you want to think like that, you're definitely going to be in hell. Can we get another spiritual magic trick? Yeah. I need to prepare myself. I don't know. I need to get some more magic tricks, guys. Hold on. We're going to do this. We're going to take, I think, okay. We're going to do this. We're going to take this black devil guitar pick, right? And we're going to take it and we're going to grab it. And we're going to squish it up right here, right? And I'm going to blow a little heart space on it. And it'll be green. Look at that. Isn't that cute? I mean, Jesus got crucified for witchcraft. Might as well do some magic tricks. Yeah, it's the pick of destiny. Because it's a pick! Nothingness allows us to see everything. Not nothingness, but just all of it. All the thingsness. Just here-ness. Because what do you... Okay, I'll use myself as an example. I used to be all like, oh, it's got to be this way and that way, and I was all miserable as shit, right? Yeah, fighting with people on the internet, demanding everybody see my point of view. I had everything smashed and didn't buy back into that and was just free. And now look at all of you. Thank you, Daniel, for loving me. Thank you for showing me a new way. I don't demand anybody be anything. You can do whatever the fuck you want. But I will model a way of being for you. And that's the only thing that'll teach somebody to feel a new way. Because you don't know how to feel a new way unless you know how to feel a new way. You don't know how to be free unless it's modeled. I'm not telling you guys to do shit on the videos. I'm just talking about my feelings and stuff. Sometimes I'm like, hey, yeah, this is the reason you're causing yourself pain, but I don't necessarily tell you to do something, or at least I really try not to. Because you're just going to have to figure it out yourself. And if you're holding on to a bunch of, it's got to be this way and it's got to be that way. Well, look at you with your little ego. That alpha bandwidth of consciousness. Less than 10% of your energetic experience. Oh, it's got to be this way. I know it's got to be this way. Fuck right off. That's your point of perception. Does that little tribe in the jungle that hasn't seen people like Western civilization that's living in this beautiful, harmonious way, like, do they need to be at your way to be happy? Like living the dream, eating the fruit, taking care of their kids. In heaven, like, do they need your way? Like, that's just your ego. And that ego, thinking that you know right and wrong, and thinking that, oh, this darkness is wrong, or this is bad, and this is good. That ego is your separation from the whole. That's the original sin. The knowledge of good and evil. So just be. And if you want to change the stuff around you that you think is not great, be a different way and model that, because nobody's going to fucking listen. Why do we seek validation from others? Because we've just been trained to. Here for the magic tricks. That was smooth, yeah. My Nellie, my dear Nellie there on the bed, she painted my nails the other day. We were having a... Was anybody there for our spring live? My fam, Sarah's fam, we were all out we just put some blankets out in the front yard. And I ran a live for a couple hours, and we were all just out there like eating berries and painting nails and doing art and talk. My mom was there. It was cute as shit. We were like snuggling. Was anybody there for that? It was great. Every day I look forward to your talks. You've been helping me a great deal. Good. I'm really glad to hear that. They're Business Tofu. Are we friends? Because you got a really great name, and I keep seeing you on here. We better be friends. Oh, God, what am I doing? Fat Finger McGee over here. Yeah, we're friends. We're friends, Business Tofu. Anything else? Okay, well, I guess we're done. We're all ascended. Oh, wait, never mind. You must have missed that live. Oh, it was great. It was so fun. It was like intentionally cute as shit. Like Sarah and I both were like, let's get cute. It's spring, you know? The chickens were wandering around. Put pillows and stuff all over the place. Just had a big plate of fruit. Feeding each other things, you know? Oh, it was so nice. Oh, I'm glad it's helping. And that's what you guys, take all of it and spread it around, you know? When is my live schedule? I don't really have a live schedule. What's up, Virginia? I try to go Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I've been trying to be on Sunday nights too sometimes. It's probably going to change around soon because Sarah is going to be, she's her last day is tomorrow, and then we're going to be hanging out more, and I'm hoping to do some lives with Sarah as well, and having her be on here, spreading her love and answering questions. Should I get the picture? I should get the picture. You guys got to see the lovely Sarah. Some of you have seen the lovely Sarah. She's a busy mother, and she's been working full time, but she just quit to come full time with me doing emotional alchemy work, and we're going to be helping out, and so she'll be coming on lives as well to answer questions and to spread her just magicalness. Look at this lovely. Isn't she the best? Look at that. Cute as shit. That was right here on this spot where we're sitting. That's the spot. Yeah, so you can see her energy and her vibe just in that picture. So if you guys get to do an emotional alchemy call with her, if you want to do some healing work, like especially women, that if you are feeling like, if you're a woman and you're just feeling like disempowered, like your voice is blocked, like you don't even know what like that like powerful feminine is, like Sarah is something else. Like working with women, she is just a force. Like you will learn from her just by like brushing against her. She is truly something else, you know. Yeah, she's really she is just something else. Yeah, where is Spaceman.executable file? He's been making comments, but he hasn't been on here. Wait, what are we talking about? Need to shred some streets on our board. Yeah, okay, where are you at? Are you in the hood? Keen? Keen Dalton, are you in the neighborhood? Because I will totally go hang. I try to hit Beacons at sunset. Okay, so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I don't have the kids. So that's when I'll just like get to Beacons for sunset, go shred around. Sarah has her kids full time, so we've only gotten to see each other. We only get like once or twice a week, or just little sketchy times. But I always try to get to Beacons for sunset and usually go like ride around. And it's shredding season now. It's all nice and sunny out. So if anybody is in the area and wants to go skate or like just ride your bike around on Neptune before sunset, like let's meet up. We could just go do a little shred sesh and then go watch the sunset. And then I'm going to go home and do a live, and it'll be fun. Where am I from? San Diego area. Love your lives. I would love to be a part of them more, but unfortunately I always miss them. Okay, so the schedule is usually Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday evenings, like after sunset. So that's actually like 7 o'clock, like 8. I start kind of late Pacific time, so I know that's not the best. But now that the schedule, maybe I should do more noon lives. Maybe I'll do like a pre-sunset live. I don't know, because I like the lives too. I love feeling you guys and being able to like interact and things like that. I think it's good for humanity. Does that blow your mind that someone out there that you don't even know is spreading love because of you? Yes and no. Like I'm slathering it on hard, knowing that you'll pick up the vibe and you'll be like, oh, I can do this too. It's intentional as fuck. Like I want it to go out there, and because I think it'll heal everybody. Like you keep spreading this stuff around, just being good, dealing with your own shit, not pointing that finger out saying your fault, your fault, your fault. But when you're pointing that finger out, you realize there's those 3 shiny fingernails pointing right back at you, and you realize, oh, that's me feeling that way. That's my feelings being projected out. That is my pain that I have not transmuted through me, and I'm transmitting it out to others. Because when you realize that, and you stop being a dick, and you realize that loving other people feels better in you, it's real selfish. But it heals people. I'm kidding about the selfish part. Okay. Yeah, somebody tell spaceman.executable file to get in here. Okay. Can't wait to meet Sarah. Yeah. Where is the Sarah? She's cooking dinner right now, but yeah. What's up, guys? What's up, Jared? Namaste. See you, brother. Be well. Go spread the love. Do you like hot Cheetos? Not really. I try not to eat a lot of I like hot chicas. Right there. I try not to eat a lot of real like shitty processed foods. If I'm being truthfully honest. Probably the worst I do is like Mexican food. I'll stop and get some tacos or something like that. But most of the time I'm like eating fruit and kind of lentil-y stuff. Just real basic, simple ingredients. Not a lot of processed stuff. I cook a lot of food. But I honestly just eat a lot of fruit. But I try to stay away from all the processed stuff. Makes me feel sluggish. And I don't like that. I gotta shred, you know? You can't be all shreddy if you're sluggish. Drink your water, kids. Are you staying hydrated? Sometimes I'll eat a few as a treat. I'll sometimes get the old, well, I'll get them for Aiden, because he loves them. The Trader Joe's like knockoff Takis. If you've had those, like little burning hot, and they're delicious, honestly. Oh, I'm a sucker for chips. These bad mama jammas right here. Dude, where did the chips go? Oh, Nelly. You guys already busted open the chips? Nelly.
What?
These things.
Aiden opened those.
I don't want to start on these right now, but man, that's like my kryptonite chips. Just, I love them. They're delicious. Okay, how the heck do I work on not taking other people's projections personal? Well, change your mindset. Change your perspective. Be back. Oh, yeah, black barred barbecues? Okay. Yeah, I'm more of a fan of like the salt and vinegar. Oh, the kettle dill. Oh, Those things. Slay me. Delicious. Okay, wait. We had an actual question. Don't get me distracted on the chips, you guys. Okay, how do you do that? How do you not take other people's projections so personal? Every time it hits you, right? Do the exercise. Breathe the fucking breath. Give yourself... Yeah, Dill... Oh, gosh. I can't look at the comments. I'll get distracted. Breathe your breaths for 90 seconds when it hits you. Like, this person's doing this to me. Just let all the feelings pass through. Because when you get that little trigger feeling, you go up into high alpha, and then you're not logically processing because the left hemisphere of your brain kind of goes offline, and you go very right-brained, right? Speaking of which, I got a... Oh, what's up, Glitter Amps? Famous Dave's the best barbecue chain. Fight me. I won't fight you because I don't honestly eat a lot of meat. I've eaten a little bit of meat lately, but normally it's fish. I've eaten a little bit of... I had some rolled tacos with beef in it the other day. It's been a while since I've had any red meat. A long time. I don't think I want to do it again. I think I'm going to just keep it easy. We all resist everything sometimes. That's usually just because of our fear and the feelings, because the traumas and stuff and the negative self-belief systems that get all locked up in our bodies, our subconscious memories, they're like fears trapped in us, right? And they get triggered by life events. What's social anxiety but I do like sushi. Oh, poke bowls. Those things, imagine all of those contexts of life, those fears being like a memory in your body. They're subconscious thought processes. All of those feelings that hit you. Like social anxiety kind of stuff. So you got to get in there on the feelings and feel your feelings and not try to think it so much, but try to feel it a little bit more, because that feeling is 90% of the experience and you're thinking it is only about 10. How do I get over a guy who purposely made me feel, oh, that's toughy. That's a toughie. You really got to do a little reprogramming. Can you do a session with Sarah? Naked Lizard? Okay, listen. Get in one of the emotional alchemy sessions. If you cannot afford a full sesh, get in the group call. We're starting it on Tuesday. Sarah and I are hosting, and we're going to teach you guys how to feel deeply into your feelings and process that stuff. What are my dreams like? I sleep like a rock, and I go right in. I used to track it on a Fitbit, and I just go straight into deep cycles, and then I'm in like REM cycles like in the middle of the night, and then I have a short REM cycle on the way out, so I really don't have that many dreams. Like you dream in REM cycles, and I just don't really remember them. They're not... I just sleep so good, so... What time on... If Sarah was here, she could answer that. Honestly, Sarah knows my availability, and I just look at the app. I'm so not tapped in with time. Like, I think for a second it's March. Is it 2022? I think it's 2022. It's 7:03, so I gotta cook dinner soon for my kids and make lunches for tomorrow. You guys got school tomorrow, right? This is honestly... If you're into human design, I'm a manifester. And if you look at the energetic channels, I have no connections to ground below my solar plexus. It is all ethereal. I'm just lost in time and space. I'm just never there. Never there. So, I don't know what time it's going to be, guys. Sarah's working that out. I'm just doing my thing, So if you send a website thing through and ask, that was Nelly, and you ask on the website form, say, hey, I want to do the group call, then Sarah will tell you what time it is. I'm going to make sure the technicals are set up. It's going to be fun. You guys, I wish I could have super fun dreams, but I just sleep like a little baby. Oh, do I have any good book recommendations? And have I ever written a book? I haven't written a book, but I've basically written a book within TikTok. So we're going to kind of glean some of that information and create some books, and Sarah's going to help with that because she's brilliant on that kind of stuff. I will bombard you with good vibes and barbecue love. There, Clater Amps. You guys are getting in an argument about barbecue. Barbecue is a hot topic. People get fighty about that. My day was good. It was great. It was a really nice day. It was an easy vibe today. Thoughts on aliens? Ooh. It could definitely be a thing. I think that if there's aliens the way we perceive aliens, I think everything is a thing. Anything you can possibly conceive of. Like, when you get down on the atomic level and the quantum dynamics of it, everything is based on your expectation. And so, like anything is possible. We just have a really firm belief system in our faith structure based on our DNA and our context and conditioning to make it the way it is. But if there's kind of a classic feeling of aliens, like somebody in a spaceship up there behind the clouds, cloaked and things like that, and they're eventually going to come to Earth, I think that anything that would be, like, theoretically, anything that's smart enough to live in space and not blow each other up is probably a fairly peaceful group of life forms, and they would look at Earth and be like, you guys need to calm your shit before we land here, because think about it. I mean, for real. Like, the first move we're going to pull is, like, kind of tank stuff and planes and shit like that. And it's like, I wouldn't land here. It's like driving through Compton in LA at night, you know? It's like, let's get the fuck out. You know, it's not great. Like, it's really kind of a not great situation. So I would just stay in space, or wherever I lived. I would observe, like, this wild group of primal people, but I would definitely not land. I would be like, I'd land at night somewhere and sneak around and, like, go tip over some cows, but that's about it. Like, just for fun, you know, see if I can get in and get out without getting shot. But just for, like, the adrenaline rush of it, not for anything other than that, you know? But if you think about it, I mean, the human race and Earth is probably reset from, you know, different asteroids and polar shifts and things a zillion times over. Zillion fucking times over. So there's got to be a point. I mean, we have these, like, kind of lore of ancient civilizations that were highly advanced. So, I mean, it's highly likely that there could have been a bunch of Earth people that, you know, had spaceships and went zinging off into space during some cataclysm. Some, you know, Old Testament-like thing. And they're like, fuck this, I'm out, you know? And they went and lived in space for a while and, like, found some habitable planet or figured out how to quantum tunnel through time and space, and were doing their thing and lived thousands of years and evolved in their own rate, but there's something based on human form, and they come back and take a look every now and then and be like, you guys cool your shit yet? Nope, still watching the news? Okay, we're going to just go hang out doing our thing. You know? And maybe it's just people, you know? That'd be slightly different because of the evolutionary process, especially if they were living in space. I mean, it would probably like end up like the navigators in Dune, you know, something different, but kind of similar genetic programming from the get-go. That was my theories about aliens. Started listening to your podcast today. Yay! You feel heard for how I felt for so many years. Yay! Yay! I am not an Aquarius, but by all the pink stuff, you might think I was. Man, your videos are dope, bro. Namaste and big hearts. Yes, thank you. You're an Aquarius. And you're back. User 660733159. Welcome back. But I still don't get why LA is a desirable place to live. Me too. Every time I go to LA, I'm like, fuck LA. Like, God, guys. I used to work in the music industry, my old business, and I'd always be like, oh, God, I got to go to LA to, like, meet some artists or something. And then I was like, fuck. And then they're like, hey, you want to go to this show? And I was like, yeah, let's do it. And then I was at some show and some cool after party, and I was like, LA's the best. And then I'd be driving home at like 2 a.m, and the freeway would be shut down because they were fixing it, and I'd have to, like, divert 2 hours off somewhere else. And I was like, LA fucking sucks, you know? So it was like a 2-to-1 ratio of LA sucks to LA is the best. So LA sucks. What podcast do I listen to? Wait, I want to know how you don't fall to the negative shit. I just gave it up. Went through a whole lot of it. And it's just not worth it. Let's give it out. What podcast do I listen to? Man, I haven't listened to a lot of podcasts in the last, little while. I do a lot of audiobooks. I've been doing a lot of music lately, honestly, just kind of vibing. So, I don't know. Let's see. Good podcast. Huberman Lab, if you like nerdy shit. Andrew Huberman's great. Huberman Lab is fantastic. Take that one. I have a really good radio voice. Thank you. How's my radio face? So you living in Miami now? Nope. San Diego area. Encinitas. It's a little beach town above San Diego. Color is technically a dimension. All right. Technically? Do we want to speak about technicals? About dimensions? And waveforms and frequencies? Don't get me started, guys. Oh, everybody, if you just showed up and you haven't ascended yet, we were doing a half off sale. So just leave the half the hearts that you normally would, and you are ascended. Here you are in the moment. That is all you have. Everything else is a complete illusion. If you were imagining that you're going to beam into some photons, prepare to get really sweaty and have your clothes burn off. Because the way that it works is as the atom spins up and gets agitated, that's actually how we measure heat, is how fast that atom's spun up. So it's going to get, if you can tell somebody's ascending if they're getting real sweaty, those guys that are mouth breathing and all red, walking up the stairs, they are ascending. Episode 5 of your podcast right now, yay! Oh, tips on developing, what artists did you work with? I think probably the coolest one up in LA was David Ryan Harris. He was played for mayor for 10 years. He did Continuum with him and stuff like that. Worked with Michael Gungor up there from Gungor, if you're ever a fan of Christian music and stuff. Michael and Lisa are still good friends. Scott Holiday from Rival Sons. That guy's so fun to hang out with. God, there was a Sean White, but he was the snowboarder guy, but he was playing guitar for a little while when he was living in LA. Now he's back down here. I don't know, a bunch of little just different smaller artists and stuff. Who else? Man, I'm blanking. Mason Stoops, but you wouldn't know him. He's more of a sessions guy. Phenomenal fucking guitarist. That guy is something else. Tips on developing a mind of your own. Tinker Pants. Stop giving a fuck. Choose to be no, I'm just going to do whatever I like. I'm going to do whatever serves me, which means it feels good, which means that the stuff that you might think, oh, that's going to make me feel good, is really something that's suppressing. So just move towards the things that truly feel good, that truly serve you, You'll be better off. Episode 5, make art, not content. Yeah. Oh, that sounds like a cool podcast. Any advice for a fellow manifestor, human design? Ooh. Follow your heart. Don't buy into anybody's shit. Don't buy into it. Nellie's a manifestor too. I tell her not even buy into my shit. Do your own thing. You're here to originate. We don't need the same ideas again. We need some new ideas. So manifest that shit. You're here to create new. So bring it out from the heart. Whatever it is that you feel that you need to bring to the world, that's what the world needs, and it's your job to do it. So fucking do that. So manifestation, it's not manifestation meditation. You want to do, Zach, I gotta cook dinner for the kids and lunch. Thoughts on owning dogs, animals in general? They're cool. I like them. Love the sale. Relationship with them. Dogs and animals. They're pretty cool. Tips on being a manifesting generator? I don't know, Kenny. You got like that hybrid stuff going on. You can do all kinds of stuff. I think I would probably just say do whatever you want, which is what I always say. It's like, who was asking about real estate? I was like, I don't know, do whatever you want. Oh, man. There's a bunch of good TikTok accounts that just do like human design and they have great tips and stuff like that. Do I ever paint? Not so much. I like to play music and stuff like that for my outlet. Advice for someone who loves their lady but knows they need to leave home and finally grow. Loves their lady. What do you mean by that? You love your lady but you gotta leave home? Like you gotta leave town? Like your space? You always gotta fill yourself first and be you, right? I don't really know what you need right now. What's for dinner? I think I'm going to do meditation next time. Got to go cook dinner. See? Yeah. You got to cook dinner too. Love you. Geographical cures. Entering one. Do a house tour. It's all dark in here now. It's not big, guys. It's like a teeny little thing. You ready for this? Oh! It's like a studio house. Oh, ow. I'm going to turn the light on. It's just a little thing. First off, hold on. We're going to come in from the outside. Here's the infamous door. So it's like on this funky old ranch property. It's just like surrounded by this old stuff. There's a funky trailer right there. There's a bicycle built for two that I'm going to rebuild one of these days. But it's an old ranch property in Encinitas. So it's like this funky old weird brick house. It's just a little square. And it's just a teeny thing. We've got the bed. So like studio vibes. It's an old beat-ass stove with some shit cabinets. And then it's got the space where I always do stuff. I just take the rug. This is also our kitchen table, which usually turns that way when we're sitting and eating. And then I sit there in the corner. There's Nellie vibing on the bed. The kids have... Oh, and there's pictures of my children and Sarah's children all over the house. Stuck everywhere because they had a photo printer and they went to town with it. The kids have a miniature little bedroom here with the bunk. It's more like a tiny little room than a room. There's a closet bathroom situation, and that's about it. I love it. We spend a lot of time outside, or sitting there on the floor. Aiden's back. All right, Aiden's back from the skate park safely. Hey, guys. Yeah, okay. There's these photos everywhere, you guys. Everywhere. Henry, Nellie, there's Rosie. Everywhere. Henry, Nellie. Everywhere. They're like on my dishes. These are all the ones that have fallen off things. Like light switches, so I just put them up there. You'll note that they stuck them everywhere. I bought a button maker to make little buttons because I thought that would be cool. And then they were like, oh, we'll just stick our faces on everything. Like this plant here. Thanks, Henry. It's pretty great. Aiden's tall enough to get to the ceiling, so his are all over the ceiling. And that's it. You guys... Wait, hold on. Oh, what's for dinner? I think I'm going to do like a vegetable and some sausage, chicken, apple, whatever they are, sausage. And maybe some rice. Nellie, do you want rice? Yes, she says. You watch one of my new TikToks and tell me what you think of my music I'm making. Yeah, I'll do that if I remember. Zach, I'm going to follow you. Oh, we're following. Zach, I'm going to try to remember to do that. Okay. Jennifer here. A strange midwife. Okay. Hey. Well, you'll be on later. This is probably it. You missed everything. It was good. It was probably the best live we've ever had. Right, guys? Oh, you missed it. My midwife? Shut up, Janet. Wait.
My midwife? Hold on. Jennifer, aging gracefully. No way. I just followed you. Yeah? Amazing. Look at, there's Nellie right here. She got bigger. Oh, wait, you weren't there for Nellie. You were there for Aiden.
What?
No way. Yes. Do you want to see Aiden? Jennifer was there and catching Aiden. You ready for this? Look at this man. Are you sweaty?
I'm very... Dude, my grips were like wet. I could barely even hold on to them.
He was at the skate park. Jennifer was the midwife for Aiden being born. Isn't that phenomenal? He's a man. He's full man size. He's a full man. Like, it's ridiculous. We battled the other day. He wounded me. He, like, dropped some elbows, and I had to tell him, like, dude, you're too big for that. You're so sweaty.
You want your keys?
Thanks for the keys. I'm glad you made it home safe.
You want your change?
Yeah, whatever. Just stick it over there. All right, you guys. I gotta go cook some dinner. No, I don't have Candle Magic time. Yeah, he's getting to be king of the mountain. I gotta work on this one. Guys, I love you all. I gotta go.
Where do I put it?